Good morning, fork fighters. Brenda Bauer here, coming to you from sunny Las Vegas, Nevada. I was really hoping that you would be able to see the mountains out my hotel room window, but I can't figure out the lighting to get that done. So super excited that you're joining me today. And I want, the title of this event is How Good Can You Feel, right? So I would love for you to comment and say if you have ever done a diet or weight loss plan, a paleo, an Atkins, a Weight Watchers, a Jenny Craig, what other ones? Oh, keto. If you have ever done any of those, I'd love for you to just comment or raise your hand or hit the like button or something. Yeah. Right? And so have you ever felt like eat this, don't eat that lists give you this bad attitude or bad relationship with food? Like, this is bad for me, this is wrong, there's guilt or shame about what we're eating. Or how about confusion? Like, is this good for me? Is this not good for me? Is this helping my body? Is it not helping my body? And then the other thing is, have you ever not liked your body? Right? Do you ever feel like your body is against you, that it's not serving you well? Okay, so today I want to talk about how we can reverse a whole bunch of that. And eating doesn't have to be complicated. It doesn't have to be time consuming. It doesn't have to be stressful. It doesn't have to fill us with guilt. We can have really beautiful relationships with our food and with our body when we just understand better how food works in the body. So I am on a mission to help as many people as possible feel as good as they can. That's my cute husband. Sorry, I can't talk right now, honey. I'm live on Facebook in Las Vegas, Nevada. So fun. Okay. So I have a couple of slides I wanted to show you, and we're going to do this the old school way. There are two startling trends in our world, right? And this is the reason why often we feel like our bodies are not serving us well. The first is we have a bunch of environmental toxins, and if you can see that picture better, if I could do this with the mirror, there we go. We've got environmental toxins, right? And then we also have food quality issues. Who's noticed the last time they went to the grocery store, I'm just going to do it that way, that our food is full of preservatives, flavor enhancers, chemicals, food dyes, and then our foods have less nutrients, more pesticides, less trans fats, more artificial colors, and growth hormones. I mean, it's just crazy. Okay, so for those of you like me who have tried several different diets, right? And by diet, I mean calorie restricting or over exercising. So the concept of I'm going to burn more calories than I consume, and that will make me smaller. Okay, that's what we're calling a diet. Here's what happens, and it's happened to me before, absolutely. When we calorie restrict or over exercise, we do burn fat over here, right? And our bodies get smaller. But what happens is, did you know your body is actually storing fat because it loves you? It is not mad at you. It totally loves you. It's storing the fat because of those environmental toxins and the toxins that are coming from our food source. And so the fat is enrobing the toxins and protecting your internal organs from damage from those toxins. So when we calorie restrict and we over exercise, we're burning the fat, but we're not addressing the toxins. And so now we feel sluggish, tired, and we rebound because we quit going to the gym. We go back to eating how we were eating, and our body's toxicity level is the same. And so now, I can do this, we rebound. And for a lot of people, we actually are heavier than when we started whatever we were doing, right? Okay, so here's what works with the way the body works. Here we are, and then we do a 10-day detox where we actually add in healthy habits that detoxify the body. We eliminate those habits that are not serving us well, which also, so we bring in fewer toxins, and the body flushes it naturally. And oh, by the way, fat's attached, whoop, don't care, see you fat, we didn't like you anyway, gone. So then when we go back to real life, we go to Las Vegas on vacation with our husbands, we have lower toxicity, so the body actually knows what to do with the chocolate cake or whatever, and it doesn't immediately go back into fat storage mode. Is that the most beautiful thing ever? Do you already like your body better? Okay, cute, right? But detox scares me. Like, what is that word? Are you telling me I'm not going to eat? What is going on? Okay. So there are some tools that I use at my house to get this 10-day detox done. One is Tower Garden. I absolutely love this. So I'm growing strawberries, spinach, and kale in my house, in my garage this winter with grow lights. And oh, by the way, I have ladybugs on there too because I have a few aphids, and gardening isn't perfect and it all works out. And so I have spinach and kale that I can pick, make a salad, make a smoothie. It's awesome. So comment if you want to know more about that and I will tell you. And then here's another tool. Okay, is this amazing? Somebody figured out how to put fruits and vegetables in a capsule. Does that crack you up? Okay, so 45 fruits, vegetables, berries, and grains. Remember how I said we were gonna add in a bunch of things that really serve our body well and allow our body to flush and detoxify? This is a big tool about that because, you know, like count how many fruits and vegetable servings did you have yesterday? And I would love for you to comment if you can. So a serving is about the size of your fist, right? So if you just envision an apple would be a serving, a cup of peas would be a serving, a cup of spinach would be a serving, that kind of thing, right? So how many servings did you have yesterday? On average, it's 3 to 5 for most people. That's not even enough to maintain our current level of health, but we need something like 7 to 13 to maintain our current level of health, and we need upwards of 20 for the body to actually get enough nutrition to heal and repair. Well, I don't know about you, but I want to heal and repair because I'm 43 and I don't want this to be the peak of my health. I don't want this to be the healthiest I've ever been in my life and it all be downhill from here. I want to be that grandma that's like running with the grandkids and doing all the fun things, right? Okay, so that's why this is an amazing tool because I cannot chop or chew 45 fruits, vegetables, berries, and grains every day. I can't. But this way I can get it in. Here's how we do it. And this is my travel size, right? But we take 6 capsules a day. Whoop. And then we do 2 of these smoothies every day, all plant-based, non-GMO, vegan, amazing. In fact, I went to Starbucks this morning at the hotel and got a Starbucks because I don't speak Starbucks, so I got something that wasn't what I loved. And I put the chocolate drink mix in my shaker bottle with my coffee, and it was amazing. And so I got my caffeine, because I'm not shredding right now, and I got breakfast all at once. Totally amazing. So this is something that travels, it goes in the suitcase, it's easy peasy, totally awesome. Okay, so all right, we all know the people who say, oh, I'm going to lose weight, and most of them are our husbands, and they just think about it and they lose 5 pounds, right? So what is that zone of willpower? So it's all about blood sugar and glycemic load, right? So when we eat low sugar foods, we stay in this zone of willpower, and our bodies do really, really good things for us. I can send you more details about it if you want to geek out about this. But we all know we don't go to a grocery store and we're hungry, right? Because what happens? Bad food choices. I mean, I'm not trying to, say bad food choices, but we know, let's be honest, right? Okay, so here's a little bit more about the drink mix that we're gonna do in this 10-day group. I'm not doing a great job. So it's low glycemic, right? So it tastes fantastic. It tastes like dessert, but we're not flooding our body with sugar and chemicals. So I love it for a healthy breakfast, before or after workout, and then also as a late afternoon snack. One of my girlfriends posted at 11:30 last night. She's like, what am I doing up? My kids are going to be awake in 7 hours, but I'm hungry. So we actually used the drink mix and make like a no-bake cookie to die for. And so she could have a little something to satisfy herself and no guilt. And just awesome. So you're totally set up for success. So here's what we do on the 10 days. If you are ready for this to be the year that in December you say, I am better now than I was January 1st or January 23rd. If you want this to be the year, then we just invite you to come join us, right? Because this is simple. It's not complicated. There's not a big long list of do's and don'ts. And it's a lifestyle change. So it's not something that we do and we stop and we fall off the wagon and all that, right? So, and here's the other thing we know about successful lifestyle change. We need to do it in short increments. That's the first success tip. And the second one is we need to get a buddy, an accountability group. And so that's what this does. Okay, so for 10 days, we're going to eat more real food. We are going to take our Juice Plus capsules and 2 shakes a day. Oh, and here's the other thing. This is not Slim Fast, replace 2 meals, right? You eat real food. We're adding in more plants than we could just about chop or chew by ourselves so that the body can detoxify, right? So we are not replacing meals. We are not calorie restricting. You get to eat because I'm an eater. I don't miss my 3 squares. I totally don't. Absolutely not. All right, we're going to drink plenty of water. Why? Because we're flushing toxins. They only get out one way, little water highway. Okay, so water. Sleep 7 to 8 hours. Okay, I'm going to geek out on you for a second, but I just think this is the most interesting fact. Did you know that your body heals and repairs while we sleep? It does. And when we don't sleep 7 to 8 hours, we automatically throw our body back into fat storage mode. So we got to rest. When was the last time somebody gave you permission to go to bed? Okay, here you go. Here's your permission. Super fun. And then we're going to exercise most days. So your definition of exercise is your definition of exercise. I just say get your blood moving. So this morning I woke up, I did 15 minutes of yoga in my hotel room. And I'm in Vegas and you walk everywhere, so I'm probably going to get miles and miles in today. But I got that move taken care of, okay? And then we're going to eliminate some things that are not serving us well, which are gluten, dairy, caffeine, alcohol, processed foods, artificial and refined sugars, and eating after 6 p.m. Okay, so here's my other nerd fact about the eating after 6 p.m. part, right? So every system in our body deserves rest. We already said sleep is important. Your GI tract also deserves rest. When we eat right before we go to bed, it doesn't get to rest because it's trying to digest food while we're sleeping. Did you know your body only produces the human growth hormone while you're asleep? And it only does that on an empty stomach. So if you want to heal, repair, whatever, we need to give our GI tract that rest. So 6 p.m. is not a magic number. It's not some time on the clock that your body knows. The point is take 12 hours of not consuming food. So whatever time you start eating breakfast in the morning, which for me is about 7:30, can you be finished eating food for the day 12 hours later, which would be 7:30 p.m. That's pretty easy for me. So when we think about it in that way, then it's not this big, oh, I'm fasting, I'm not eating, right? No deprivation here, none whatsoever. Okay, and then we are going to, yep, okay, we did all those. Awesome. So any questions, feel free to comment, post them. All right, what happens when we eat better? Like how many of you have thought, I know I need to eat better. I know I want to X, Y, or Z. Maybe it's feel better in the swimsuit this summer, or how about feel confident taking the kids to the pool and not feeling like you have to hide inside your husband's t-shirt or not let anybody take pictures. There are several summers where there are no pictures of mommy with her kiddos on my camera roll, but now there are because I feel confident in that swimming suit. So here's what we get when we feed our bodies better. Our cravings change. It's this scientifically proven thing called metabolic reprogramming. Totally invite you to Google it because our bodies are fascinating. When we eat better, we crave better. It's that simple. For many of us, it's a healthier weight, but this is not a weight loss plan. So if you don't need to lose weight, this is completely safe for you. I have clients that I work with that are celiac, that are actually underweight because their body's not absorbing nutrients, and this helps them also because whoever eats the most fruits and vegetables wins. It's that simple, and this is just a mechanism for you to finally do that, probably for many of us for the first time in our lives, and in a consistency where we don't go on and off, right? Better recovery from workouts. I have to tell you this other story. Girlfriend who's like big runner, right? And she calls me and she's like, I took, I don't know, something like 30, 45 seconds off her time. And I was like, is that good? I have no idea. She said, I have run the same time for years and years and years. And I added this in. Hi, Rainey. So glad you're here. Her time changed. She ran faster. And she's just absolutely fascinated that making a shift in how she feeds her body caused better performance. So actually these smoothie drinks are consumed by like 8 Olympic teams around the world. That's so amazing. Okay, better sleep. How many of you feel like you don't sleep well? I am so blessed. I'm actually a really great sleeper. But I had a friend call and say, oh my gosh, I slept 6 hours last night. I was like, I'm sorry, because that's not enough sleep for me. She said, no, you don't understand. I haven't slept more than 4 hours straight in over a decade. And I said, well, yay for you. Isn't it fascinating how the body will heal itself and treat us better when we treat it better? Okay. And then I can do this. Increased energy. Who wouldn't love that? Healthier hair, skin, and nails. Oh my gosh, you guys, look at my manicure. It's so grown out, and that's just 2 weeks. Yeah, and hair, same thing. I have hairdressers who are like putting all their clients on this because too many people's hair is thinning, falling out, all kinds of things I didn't even know about. Okay, improved regularity. Can we just talk about poop for a minute? Poop happens. That's the first thing I want to tell you. And then the second thing I want to tell you is like 85% of the population is either too fast or too slow, right? So if you have that, you are not alone. First of all, we can talk about it, and fruits and vegetables will correct that for you. Leaky gut, all kinds of GI issues can be handled when we feed our bodies better. And last one, mental clarity. How many of you are busy, tired, stressed out all the time? Wouldn't it feel great for you to have more mental clarity? I absolutely know that has happened for me, for sure. So the next thing is there's a million nutritional products on the world, right? And oh my gosh, don't push me another nutritional product or a pill in a capsule or a bottle, right? Okay. So we need to be super informed consumers. And there's a couple of things, whether you think our 10-day shred group is right for you or not, I want to send you away with some tools that you can use. So when you're looking at a nutritional product, there's a couple questions I want you to answer for yourself. The first one is, does it have research, right? Because we wouldn't take a prescription from our doctors that didn't have research behind it that show that it's effective and actually makes the change in the body that we're taking it for, right? Experimental drug kind of deal. Okay, well, that's what happens with nutraceuticals is nobody's researching it. These products have 35 pieces of published medical research on it. If you're a research nerd, I can send them to you. Totally open book, but I just want you to know that they have those. And then the other thing I want you to look for is a nutrition facts label. So we all know, right, to read the labels on our products. And you want to make sure that it has nutrition facts, just like the bag of broccoli in your freezer, and not supplement facts. Because supplement facts means that it's a fragmented, megadosed vitamin. Your body does not know how to deal with it, and it actually can raise your toxicity and do the opposite of what we're trying to do with this detox system. So all of our products have a nutrition fact label. They're considered food. They are taxed by states that tax food. That's how much food it is. So your body knows what to do. Break it down and use it to heal and repair. It's totally fascinating. Okay, so here's what we're going to do. If you're ready to get started in this 10-day jumpstart to a 4-month dedication to treating yourself better, because we deserve it, and this is the year, right? Like, we're going to do it. This is the year. Oh, I forgot to tell you. So I did this the first time. I started December 26th of 2012. I will post a before and after picture in this event after I get off live here. I had 2 kids. I'm happily married, and I was eating whatever I want, and the baby weight was not coming off. And I kind of didn't care because I felt good and I was happy. And so my girlfriend called and said, hey, we're adding in 2 shakes a day and half our body weight an ounce of water. I was already doing the capsules, been eating those for 19 years now. And I said, sure, I can do that. Super simple, 2 shakes a day. She said, don't take food away, just add in. Like in America, we're all about take away, negative. We need to just add in more good things. So I did that. At the end of January, I was running up the sledding hill ahead of my kiddos. They're like, Mom, wait up. Okay, well, that was fascinating. When was the last time you ran up a sledding hill on purpose, not because somebody was hurt? And then the second thing I noticed was I always got to the Y 30 minutes early for my favorite yoga class. But guess what I did? I sat on the couch and I texted. Well, I walked in that Y feeling like $1 million. Like, I almost had goosebumps. That's how elated I felt. And I was not on anything, just good nutrition. And so I said, oh my gosh, Lord, I feel amazing. What do I do with all this energy? Like, I can't just go sit on the couch. And we're sassy with each other. So he said, well, there's a track up there. Maybe you should introduce yourself. I started running, you guys. I hated running in junior high. Like, I wish I could get my junior high PE teacher on this live event because she would be like, Bjorky hated running. That's my maiden name. I started running. I trained for and ran a 5K as a 39-year-old woman. Fascinating. It's just totally fascinating to me. Oh, and by the way, I lost 5 pounds in the first month, which was awesome. But that got my attention because all those other diet plans that I ever did, my body doesn't lose anything for 5 weeks. And then in the 5th week. So that was new. And then the other thing is 6 months later in the summer, I was 45 pounds lighter in 2 dress sizes. And guess what? Now that was January of 13. This is 18. Oh my gosh, 5 years I've kept it off. No yo-yo diet. I still get to wear the skinny jeans. That's my very favorite part, is this is something that we can do long term. And it works for us. And it's not something that we do for a while and then fall off the wagon. Okay, I'm running out of time. So if you want to start with us, 10 days and then a 4-month commitment to yourself, because we didn't get this way overnight. Okay, so you're going to order your trio and your shake mix, and you're going to want to do that today because we're kicking off on Monday. So PM me and I'll get you started. You get this amazing shred guide. You download the PDF, and it's got pantry suggestions, snack ideas, so you're set up for success, recipes, smoothie recipes, but then it also, who believes in G.I. Joe? When you know better, you do better. So it has all the reasons of why caffeine, why no alcohol, why no wheat, and it's by PhDs, nutritionists, dietitians, are writing how the body works, so you really can educate yourself if you if that intrigues you. I like more information. Okay, and then you're going to get this daily detox video. It's like 12 minutes, but it's absolutely fascinating because if you don't want to read all that, it's in the video. So you get it both ways. And then we're going to put you in a Facebook group. So you're going to, and I'm also going to text you every day for 10 days because we need to stay motivated when we're doing something new. Remember, our success is short-term goals and then accountability. So we're going to be in a group and we're going to be cheering each other on and we're going to be reminding each other why this is important, okay? And then we're going to shred for 10 days. And then at the end of 10 days, you get a prize. You get another free download. It's a 100-page cookbook. It has amazing recipes in it. And so that's your, yay, you did it. You win. You got it. Okay. And then we're going to shift into Live It, where we're going to keep a lot of the really great habits that we started. And then you might add in 1 or 2 that you really missed. So for me, it was, I cannot live without cheese and crackers. That was my very first thing. I thought, oh my gosh, I can't live without that. Turns out I can. And I very, very rarely eat cheese or crackers. But I shred and I really miss my cup of coffee. So at the end of the shred, I add back in my cup of coffee. But I used to use all the crazy international coffee house, right, creamers with the long ingredients list and so much sugar and all this kind of stuff. And now I use dark chocolate almond milk, which is better. It's not perfect, but it's way better. So see how our cravings change, how we can up level some things in our lives. And then, you know, I like to have a drink once in a while. So I don't drink every day, but when I'm not shredding, if I'm in a social situation and I want to have a drink, I have a drink, and I don't feel bad about it because I know that I've detoxified my body and my body can handle that. So that's what we do. And then guess what? When we feel better, we want to tell the world. So then you can share it with your friends. And oh, by the way, if you're like me, I love to get stuff at a discount. So you can ask me about the Friends and Family Plan and how you can get your products at a discount. It's amazing. So there's different ways to get started. You might say, oh, I would just want to start with the shakes, or you want to go in and get the trios and the caps. Sorry, the shakes and the caps. Or you may say, I'm all in. I want to do the full shred package and get enough shakes to get this deal done. And then we also have an omega blend that is all plant-based as well. It's the only product of its kind in the world. So we invite you to join us. I talked a little longer than I planned to. Thanks, Kylie Mae, for jumping on and saying hi. You guys, this has been so fun. And I just want to say, you can do it. This is the year that you can make the change. It's simple, but here's the best part. Fun, because oh my gosh, life should be fun and food should be fun and it should taste good. So we've got the recipes, So the food tastes good, you can learn how to feed your body better, and it's absolutely amazing. So I can't wait to hear from you. Would love to hear what you liked about what I said. If there was value that you took away, I would love to hear that as well. And I'm going to sign off. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you soon. Bye, everybody. Let's go shred. Totally.